Here are 6 habits only true INFJs have. Number 1. They absorb emotions around them. One of the most defining habits of a true INFJ is their ability to intuitively sense and absorb the emotions of people around them. Even in large groups or brief interactions, they pick up on subtle shifts in tone, body language, and energy that most people wouldn't notice. This isn't just empathy, it's a deep, almost instinctual awareness that allows them to understand what others are feeling, even when it's unspoken. A friend might say, "I'm fine," while an INFJ quietly senses the worry, sadness, or frustration underneath. They don't just notice the surface, they feel the emotional currents running beneath it. Absorbing emotions can be both a gift and a challenge. INFJs often carry the emotional weight of others, processing these feelings internally to understand and sometimes alleviate them. This makes them incredibly compassionate and supportive, but it can also leave them drained if they don't have space to recharge. They use this ability carefully. INFJs rarely share what they sense outright, unless they believe it will help someone or improve a situation. They process emotions thoughtfully, often turning their observations into guidance, comfort, or practical support. This habit makes INFJs highly intuitive and deeply connected to the people they care about. Their awareness allows them to navigate relationships with insight and subtlety, noticing what others miss and responding in ways that feel profoundly understanding and meaningful. Number 2, they think about the future constantly. True INFJs are always looking ahead. Their minds naturally focus on what's coming next, considering possibilities, consequences, and the paths that might lead to their long-term goals. They rarely stay fully anchored in the present. They're constantly imagining, planning, and predicting outcomes. This habit isn't just practical foresight, it's deeply tied to their values and vision for life. INFJs think about the future not only in terms of personal success, but also in terms of meaning, impact, and the well-being of others. They consider how decisions today will ripple out, affecting people and situations far beyond the immediate moment. They often play out scenarios mentally, testing choices, weighing risks, and imagining how events might unfold. This internal rehearsal helps them make decisions that align with both their principles and their strategic goals. It also explains why INFJs can seem so composed. They've often already anticipated challenges and prepared themselves mentally for what's coming. Their focus on the future sometimes makes them appear distant or lost in thought. They may pause mid-conversation or stare off for a moment as their mind maps out possibilities, alternative approaches, or potential outcomes. For INFJs, thinking about the future is a way of navigating life with purpose and intentionality. They don't just live day to day, they consider how every choice, interaction, and decision fits into a larger, meaningful vision. Number 3, they keep a private, rich inner world. One of the defining traits of a true INFJ is their deeply private and complex inner world. While they may appear calm, composed, or even reserved externally, inside their mind exists a vivid landscape of ideas, reflections, dreams, and emotions. This inner world is where INFJs process their experiences, explore abstract concepts, and wrestle with big questions about life, meaning, and purpose. It's a space for contemplation, planning, and imagining possibilities that most people never see. Every thought, feeling, and observation is carefully examined and connected to their broader understanding of the world. INFJs don't share this world lightly. They are selective about who they let in, often reserving their deepest reflections for those they trust or care about. To an outsider, this can make them seem mysterious or hard to read, but it's simply a way of protecting the richness and vulnerability of their inner life. This habit also fuels their creativity, intuition, and problem solving. By processing situations internally before taking action, INFJs are able to respond with insight, empathy, and thoughtfulness that feels almost effortless. Their private inner world is a core part of who they are. It's where they make sense of their emotions, refine their values, and envision the future they hope to create, and it quietly shapes every interaction, decision, and connection they have. Number 4, they seek meaning in everything. True INFJs have a natural drive to find significance in everything they encounter, whether it's a conversation, a book, a work project, or even a seemingly mundane daily task. they instinctively look for the deeper meaning behind it. They're not satisfied with superficial explanations or hollow routines. They want to understand why things matter and how they connect to the bigger picture. This habit shapes how they experience life. INFJs notice patterns, underlying themes, and emotional truths that others often overlook. They ask questions like, "What does this reveal about people?" Or, "How does this fit into the larger purpose?" Their search for meaning is less about judgment and more about insight. It's about connecting experiences to their values, vision, and understanding of the world. It also affects how they interact with others. INFJs often seek conversations that are thought-provoking, reflective, or emotionally significant. They are drawn to ideas, causes, and people that resonate with their ideals. And they may feel restless or disconnected in interactions that feel shallow or purely transactional. Because they prioritize meaning over surface-level appearances, INFJs often make decisions with long-term impact in mind. They measure choices against their internal compass and their vision of what matters most. Even everyday actions are filtered through this lens of significance. For INFJs, life isn't just about getting through the day. It's about making sense of the world, finding purpose, and creating connections that matter deeply. Number 5, they have a strong moral compass. True INFJs are guided by an unwavering internal sense of right and wrong. Their moral compass isn't dictated by rules, societal expectations, or external pressures. It comes from a deeply personal understanding of ethics, fairness, and empathy. They think carefully about how their actions affect others and strive to live in alignment with their values. This habit influences every aspect of their lives, from relationships to career choices, and even small daily decisions. They naturally weigh the consequences of their actions, ensuring that what they do honors both their principles and the impact on those around them. INFJs often feel compelled to stand up for what they believe is just, even if it's uncomfortable or unpopular. They may quietly challenge injustice, support those who are marginalized, or work behind the scenes to create positive change. Their commitment is sincere, and they act out of a desire to align reality with the ideals they hold. This strong moral compass also makes them highly self-reflective. They continually evaluate whether their behavior matches their values and are quick to adjust if they feel they've strayed from their ethical path. While this can sometimes make them hard on themselves, it also drives personal growth and authenticity. For INFJs, living according to their moral compass isn't optional, it's essential. It shapes how they see the world, relate to others, and navigate life with integrity and purpose. Number 6, they notice subtle details others miss. One of the habits that sets true INFJs apart is their remarkable attention to subtle details. They have a natural ability to pick up on cues that often go unnoticed. A fleeting expression, a slight change in tone, or a tiny inconsistency in behavior. This skill is closely tied to their intuition. INFJs don't just see what's in front of them. They perceive the underlying patterns and meanings that others might overlook. They can sense when someone is upset, anxious, or hiding something, even if that person insists they are fine. Their observational nature isn't about judgment or criticism, it's about understanding. By noticing these small signals, INFJs can empathize, respond thoughtfully, and sometimes offer guidance or support before anyone else even realizes it's needed. This habit also helps them navigate complex social dynamics. They remember details about people, their preferences, interests, and past experiences, which allows them to connect deeply and meaningfully in relationships. Their attentiveness makes others feel seen, understood, and valued. INFJ's ability to notice subtleties extends beyond people too. They see patterns in situations, trends in ideas, and connections between events that others might miss, giving them insight and foresight into many areas of life. These videos will be really helpful for you.